Hey everyone, thanks for taking the time out to check out my latest video. It's artwork done on a blank variant cover of Green Lantern #1. Some call them sketch variants. Regardless, it's just a cover. You can draw whatever you want to on it. On this particular blank variant, I decided to draw the character Arisia Rrab. I hope I'm saying her name right. She is the first ever female lantern that I was exposed to. I'm not a reader of Green Lantern, but I do have a binder of various comic book related trading cards, I guess you can say, back when Wizard magazine was a thing. Back when trading cards with comic book art was a thing. That's not really a thing right now. I know some people are still making cards here and there, but I remember seeing her and thought, wow, this character looks pretty cool. I was never a fan of Green Lantern, like I said, but the card in particular was a pretty cool card. It was just an action pose that she was in the middle of space, but it almost reminded me of an elf with her pointy ears. I guess her ears were pointing the card. The card made it look like she had pointy ears, but at first I wasn't even sure if I was seeing that right, but upon further research, she tends to have pointier ears. Anyhow, about the process of this particular piece, it's pretty straightforward. I just laid down basic line art and regular graphite pencil, or I'm sorry, not graphite, but mechanical pencil like I did in my previous video. And in this particular piece, I just did two colored pencils, a white and a dark green. It's the same dark green I used in the previous video of the green elf. I'll put the particular number in the comments, or better yet, let me grab it real quick and let you know which color it was. It is PC 908 dark green. I think these blank variant covers are really fun to draw on. In particular, the ones that they've been doing recently with the colored paper, like you see here. It provides a good chance to experiment with different techniques. Like you could draw just like you would any other cover, or you could kind of make a real effort to incorporate the color into the shades of the character's costume or whatnot, which is what I try to do here. I like to draw a lot of times with like just a few different colors or a few different shades of one color. I think it's pretty nice. It's something I like anyway. A lot of people draw a lot of great art on these blank variants, and honestly sometimes it's just hard to stand out because a lot of people take the same approach or similar approach, which is pencils, inks, and then Copic markers. I was using alcohol markers for a while. I think they're just a store brand from Michael's, the Artist Loft brand, or Prismacolors even. But some of the blank variants initially had glossy paper, and there was a couple where the markers kind of puddled up, I guess you can say, like you would when you do watercolors. It just provided a real ugly image, and I prefer color pencils. It's just what I like. There's nothing wrong with markers, but everybody has their preference. On this particular piece, with me just using two colors, the approach is still the same as if I were to use more than two colors. I try to start off with the lightest shade possible of that one color that I'm using and then build up from it. And then if I feel like it's not enough of a contrast, or the color's not as deep as I would like it, I would then add another color on top of that. So in this particular case, with me using just two colors, in my mind I knew I would basically have to settle, since I'm not using obviously another shade of white because it's non-existent. I mean, there are other shades like eggshell, off-white, ivory, stuff like that, but in this particular case, white's white for me, and the dark green's the darkest I'm going to use. So I have to start off real light because I'm using that dark green, but I'm trying to incorporate the color of the cover, as I mentioned earlier. I don't know if my next piece is going to be another blank variant, but it may very well be. I've been trying to draw larger pieces like the previous piece, or focus on Bristol board. That's my favorite surface to draw on. I'm trying to do more stuff that I would like to hang up on the wall, or other people might like to hang up on the wall if they were to purchase it. But I really love these blank variants, so I'm gonna try to find a balance. I'm gonna try to find a balance in, I guess, rotating the media that I'm drawing on, whether it's Bristol board, whether it be from trading card size all the way up to the largest size that I did last, which I think is 14 by 17, or these blank variants. But yeah, I mean, this was probably my favorite cover I've done in a long time, and I don't even read Green Lantern, to be honest. My comic book reading has gone down to a very small amount, especially since I'm reading a lot more manga now, because I really love manga the most, and actual not non-fiction, but fiction books as well. Anyhow, that's about it for this video. Thanks again for taking your time out to watch it. If you do like it, feel free to give me a thumbs up, and if you like to see more, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thanks again.